So I've had a few people come to me expressing interest in becoming Muslim or reading more about Islam. And they've asked me if I could recommend a book for them to read. And oftentimes I'll recommend this book. It's called The Ideal Muslim. There's one for the women, The Ideal Muslimah. And then there's The Ideal Muslim Society. I'm more likely to recommend these over the Quran simply because the Quran can be overwhelming for some people. The Quran is not meant to be just read through one time and you fully understand it. It is a guide. It's meant to be referenced. It's meant to be read and pondered over. So it's not something that you're simply going to understand by just reading it one time. If you want an idea of how the Muslim is supposed to behave, I would recommend these books. So it breaks it down into sections. What does it say? The true Islamic personality of the Muslim woman, because this is the ideal Muslimah. The true Islamic personality of the Muslim woman as defined in the Quran and Sunnah. So, Quran, Sunnah. So this book is broken down into sections. It has some verses from the Quran. It has some hadiths. The hadiths are the practices of our beloved Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as narrated from his closest companions, including his wives. So this book is broken down into sections. It talks about the Muslim woman and her Lord, the Muslim woman and her own self-love, the Muslim woman and her parents. It goes all the way through her neighbors, her friends and sisters, her community, and her society. It talks about how her speech is not exaggerated, how she is truthful, how she is humble and modest. She loves noble things. It's similar to what to expect from the ideal Muslim man. Not the perfect Muslim, but the ideal Muslim. So, yeah, if you are interested in becoming Muslim, I would recommend these books because they do give you an idea of how we are supposed to behave. A lot of manners, which is really emphasized in Islam. You cannot properly practice Islam without exercising good manners. It's good for character development if you're trying to become a better Muslim. Not perfect Muslim, but the ideal Muslim. But yeah, I would recommend these, especially if you want to do some character development. I believe character development is one of the stages of the self-love that everyone speaks of. Yeah, and it's easy to understand, and it will give you an idea of what is expected of you as a Muslim. And I do still recommend these, but ease into it and to see if Islam is for you or not. I think you can come to that conclusion after finishing this book. You can come to the conclusion, maybe this is for me or maybe this is not for me. So, yeah, these are my recommendations. And you can find these on Amazon. I believe each book is less than $20. And I am not being paid to endorse these books. I just think they're, really good to have. So, yeah. Moving on into the month of Ramadan, if anybody is interested in, these are my recommended reads.